Hey there! Welcome to my channel! When we think of superheroes, we usually think of fictional characters like Superman, Spider-Man, and Batman. But did you know that there are also animals with superpowers? Here are 9 animal superpowers that seem impossible. Number 1, bioluminescent. You may have seen glowing animals at a zoo or aquarium. But did you know that there are more than 2,000 species of bioluminescent animals? Bioluminescence is the ability to produce light through a chemical reaction in the organism's body. The lights can be used for attracting mates, luring prey, or even confusing predators. One of the most well-known bioluminescent animals is the firefly, which uses its light to attract mates. However, there are also bioluminescent animals, such as the anglerfish, that use their light to lure prey. Anglerfish live deep in the ocean where there is no light, so they use bioluminescence to attract prey. The anglerfish has a special lure that it uses to attract prey. The lure is a modified dorsal fin spine that has a light-producing organ at its tip. The anglerfish dangles its lure in front of its face like a fishing rod to attract unsuspecting prey. Once the prey is close enough, the anglerfish strikes with its large mouth. No! 2. Echolocation. We humans rely on our eyes to help us navigate the world around us. But did you know that there are animals that can navigate without their eyes? Echolocation is a superpower that allows animals to navigate and find prey using sound waves. Animals such as bats and dolphins emit high-pitched sounds that are too high for humans to hear. These sounds travel through the air, and when they hit an object, they bounce back as an echo. The animal can then use the echo to determine the object's size, shape, and distance away. This superpower is especially useful in the dark or in murky water where vision is limited. In fact, some animals such as bats use echolocation to hunt prey in the dark. They can accurately identify the size, shape, and distance away from their target by emitting sound waves at different frequencies. 3. Invisibility. We all love to play hide and seek, but few of us are good at hiding. However, there are animals that can make themselves invisible to their predators. One way that animals can become invisible is by blending in with their... For example, a chameleon can change its color to match its environment. Another way that animals can become invisible is by using camouflage. For example, a stick insect can camouflage itself to look like a twig or leaf. Finally, some animals can become invisible through mimicry. For example, a mimic octopus can change its shape and color to look like other animals, such as a lionfish or a sea snake. This helps to protect the octopus from predators who might eat it if it wasn't camouflaged. 4. Shapeshift. If you could change your shape, you would probably be able to squeeze through small spaces or become invisible. Well, that's exactly what some animals can do. Take the blobfish, for example. This fish can change its shape to fit into small spaces. This allows it to hide from predators or ambush prey. Another example of a shape-shifting animal is the mimic octopus. It can change its shape to look like other animals, such as a lionfish or a sea snake. This allows it to fool predators into thinking it is poisonous and avoid being eaten. No. 5. Cloning. Some animals can clone themselves, which means they can create an exact copy of themselves. This allows them to have multiple bodies and carry out tasks more efficiently. For example, a hydra can clone itself by budding. A new hydra grows off of the parent hydra and then breaks off to live on its own. Another example of an animal that can clone itself is the starfish. Starfish can reproduce both sexually and asexual reproduction occurs through a process called fragmentation. A piece breaks off with the starfish and grows into a new starfish. This allows the starfish to quickly colonize an area and take advantage of available resources. 6. Regeneration. We've all lost a finger or toe in a horrifying accident. But most of us only dream of being able to regrow said body part. Some animals can actually regenerate their limbs after losing them. For example, A salamander can regrow its tail if it is cut off. The wound heals and a new tail begins to grow in its place. Another example of an animal that can regenerate its limbs is the starfish. If a starfish loses an arm, it can regrow it by using its central disc. The severed arm will eventually heal, and a new one will grow in its place. 7. Did you know that there are animals that can control ice? Cryokinesis is the ability to control ice and snow, and some animals can use this ability to survive in cold environments. For example, a snowshoe hare can control the temperature of its body to stay warm in the winter. This allows it to live in cold climates where predators are scarce. Another example of an animal that can control ice is the Arctic fox. The Arctic fox has a thick fur coat that helps it keep warm in the winter. It can also hibernate during the coldest months of the year to conserve energy. 8. Mind control. There are some animals that can control the minds of their prey. For example, a parasitic flatworm can take control of the host's mind and make it act natural. This allows the parasite to stay hidden from predators while it slowly eats away at its host's body. Another example of an animal that can control the minds of its prey is the zombie fungus. This fungus takes over the ants' colony and instructs the ants to act natural. This allows the fungus to spread and infect more ants. 9. Teleportation. We humans love to travel, but we usually have to stick to the roads or the skies to get around. But did you know that there are animals that can teleport? In 2016, scientists captured footage of a slime mold that seemed to teleport. The slime mold was placed on a petri dish and allowed to grow. After several days, the slime mold had grown to the edge of the petri dish and then began to crawl over the surface. What was strange was that the slime mold seemed to appear and disappear at random. Scientists believe that the slime mold is able to teleport by using its slime to move from one place to another. The slime is able to solidify into a ball and then reform in another location. This allows the slime mold to move quickly and evade predators. All right, which of these superpowers would you like to have? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos.